We're playing Pauper Poison Storm, the deck that uses Infectious Inquiry to poison the opponent, and then you proliferate with cards like Experimental Augury. It's a good one. Let's go check it out. In front of you is Pauper Poison Storm. The idea is that you infect the opponent using cards like Infectious Inquiry, and then you proliferate them with things like Steady Progress, Contentious Plan, Experimental Augury, or one of my favorites, Thirsting Roots. This deck list has not changed in the last 2 videos. That's because I've been enjoying this deck list so much. If it hasn't changed, why am I playing it? Well, the High Tide ban happened, and a deck that was amazing against Poison Storm left the format, which means that this deck got better. On top of that, decks that, were bad against High Tide, like mid-range decks, are really popular right now. And Poison Storm preys on those decks, like Jund Wildfires or Golgari Gardens. Those are matchups where I'm looking to play against today, and hopefully, we crush them. So that's the idea. It's going to be a shorter deck tech today. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Or if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, suggestions, whatever, put those in the comment section down below. But for now, we're going to hop on in and play some Pauper. I'll see you in match number 1. Don't go anywhere. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to match number 1 with Pauper Poison Storm. We are on the play. Yeah, we keep these. We'll begin the match with a turn 1 Surprise and Skerry and pass the turn. Our opponent plays a basic Swamp. Our opponent's playing pretty slow, like they're already down to 22 minutes. I don't know how this is going to go. Like, maybe they're new to Magic Online, maybe they're just unfamiliar with what this land means, but at the rate they're playing, they will time out. They now play a Shambling Ghast after 4 minutes. Okay. We draw Penchant Prism, not a bad one. We'll play our land, pass the turn. They play a Swamp, and now they're attacking. Alright, playing at better speed now. Down to 20 minutes, we'll take 1. A Mortician Beetle, and a Village Rites. Now they play a Nested Shambler. We'll take a draw. Sandstone Needle. We'll play the Sandstone Needle and a Penchant Prism, and then we'll use 1 mana from the Penchant Prism to play Steady Progress to level up all 4 of our permanents. No, I will not add a counter onto the Mortician Beetle. Alright, we draw a Vivisurgent's Insight, and we will pass the turn. They play Sadistic Glee and a Corrupted Conviction, so now their Mortician Beetle will get even larger here, and they gain a Squirrel. They have 5 cards in hand. I really don't want to have to play this Snap yet. I'd like to play it on my turn. So I'm hoping that they don't play a discard spell. Because if they play a discard spell, I'd have to be forced to Snap and lose my Penchant Prism. They play another Corrupted Conviction. Okay. So the Mortician Beetle is now a 6/6, and I don't really care about that. They've already played their land for the turn. So I'll gladly take 6 damage. Oh, they skipped through their attack step. I don't think it's ultimately going to matter, but we'll see. Alright, so I will snap the Mortician Beetle, untap, use a blue from the Penchant Prism, we'll play Vivisurgent's Insight, this way I don't lose my lands, and now we'll level up again, tap my lands, we'll play Infectious Inquiry floating a blue, and then Contentious Plan, and then I will Thirsting Roots, Proliferate, and I think we'll pass. I could have cycled for a basic island. I just think that the Lorien revealed in my hand is better than a land in play. They played Bloodthorn Vampire and the Mortician Beetle. Manamorphose. We'll begin by playing the Manamorphose. Green. We draw the basic Swamp. Let's play the Infectious Inquiry. So I'll go to 15. They'll go up to 4 poison. Play the Manamorphose. Green. We'll play the Surprise and Skerry. Thirsting Roots to Proliferate. They go up to 5 poison. We level up. Thirsting Roots again. Proliferate. They'll go up to 6 poison. And then I will Weather the Storm to gain 18. Pass the turn. I'm at 33. I could have played another Weather the Storm that turn. I'm well aware. But I think the mana is more valuable at this point. And if they do, you know, put a bunch of power on the board, I could always Weather the Storm to gain life. And if they're going to put a bunch of power on the board, they're probably casting a lot of spells. So I don't really need to play this on my turn at sorcery speed. I can just hold it. Another Sadistic Glee. They play a Ghoul Caller's Chant. They returned the Nested Shambler from the graveyard to their hand. I had to look up what that did. I wasn't unaware. And now a Shambling Ghast. They play the Shambling Ghast. So they must have had 2. 5 cards still in their hand. 10 power on the board. Another creature. They sacrifice the creature to make another. Gets a little bit more power on the board. Alright, well now they have 18 power. I will Weather the Storm and gain 18. Alright, I stay at 33. You draw Steady Progress. I will cast it. They go to 7 poison. We draw Experimental Augury, so we're pretty close to lethal here. They go to 8 poison. Play the Experimental Augury. And that's lethal. So we're going to win game number 1, as long as I can click correctly. And another Experimental Augury. Nice. Okay, so Mono Black Sacrifice. Could bring in the Moment's Peace. I almost feel like I'm not supposed to sideboard, because Snap is good against them, but Snap also makes me mana. I mean, I could board out 2 copies of Manamorphose. I think that'd probably be okay. We'll try this. Game number 2 on the draw. This hand is not keepable. We will mulligan. This one is. We'll bottom the second copy of Sandstone Needle. They play a turn 1 Carrion Feeder. We draw a Vivisurgeon's Insight. Not what we needed right now. I think we play the Sandstone Needle and pass. They play a Nested Shambler and a Shambling Ghast. They swing. I go to 19. They have 3 cards in their hand. We draw Manamorphose. I'll play Hickory Woodlot and just pass the turn. Sadistic Glee. Okay. Ooh, on the Nested Shambler, that makes a lot of squirrels. Okay. And now another Nested Shambler. So they're making a lot of power here. My draw might have been too slow. They're attacking for 7. I'll go to 12. Go to my turn. Contentious Plan. We will cycle the Lorien Revealed for an island. Play it. And Contentious Plan. Proliferate. Infectious Inquiry. I will pass the turn. I mean, they could kill me from here. It's entirely possible. They have 4 cards in their hand. I'd have to Manamorphose into like Weather the Storm or Moment's Peace in order to live. Snap would not be good enough. I guess I could snap the Carrion Feeder. So Snap might be good enough, assuming that they play a bunch of stuff out. They attack for 7. I'll just take it. I go to 5. And they pass the turn. Okay. Another Infectious Inquiry. Oh boy. Alright, so I think we're all in on drawing like a Moment's Peace here. Infectious Inquiry, I go to 3. Ooh. Alright, well, Manamorphose. Maybe this is a bad idea. Because now I can't draw a Moment's Peace. Unless I draw another untapped land. I think this was a dumb idea. We'll do blue-green. I was like, oh, I could potentially hit a land if I cycle, and that was just not the correct thing that mattered. So I guess I want to draw Weather the Storm here. Blue-green. Well, I didn't... Well, okay, the Pented Prism was actually like... It would have been better than the Infectious Inquiry. But now I'd have to snap. And they'd have to not sacrifice, which seems silly. I don't think there's even a way for me to win. So I guess there's a world in which they don't sacrifice. I untap the 2 depletion lands. I steady progress into pretty much exactly Weather the Storm. And they do sacrifice. Okay, so we lose. Game 3. My draw was just a little bit too slow. We'll try it again. On the play. Very good hand. Keep. Play the Sandstone Needle and pass the turn. Basic Swamp and a Shambling Ghast. Okay. We'll play the Swamp. Play a Pented Prism. And I think we'll play another Pented Prism. Pass the turn. They play land number 2. Ouch. I'm at 19. They play a creature and another Nested Shambler. We'll play the Surprise and Skerry. I'm just trying to think here. If I snap the Nest Shambler using the Pented Prism, untap, pass for 3, I'd have to lose the depletion land still. I think I'm going to just pass here. I don't want to give up any of my mana sources. That's my big hold up here. And now they play Carrion Feeder and Sadistic Glee. They have 3 cards in their hand. Alright, so now they have some triggers. Supernatural Stamina. Okay. They're going to continue to make their creatures larger. They're just leveling up. Okay. They have 2 cards left. I think I'll take 6 here. I'm at 13. So I'm just trying to think through this. If I play the Hickory Woodlot, Surprise and Skerry, Swamp, I have to lose a mana source no matter what, I think. So maybe I was supposed to play this last turn. I guess if I had drawn an untapped mana source, I wouldn't have had to this turn. We'll play the Hickory Woodlot and Vivisurgeon's Insight. Okay. So I could Infectious Inquiry. My Pentaprisms would go down to 2. That doesn't do what I want. I'm going to just pass. They play a Swamp, still 2 cards in their hand. They sacrifice the Nested Shambler. I think I've been saying that wrong. They make their creatures just a little bit larger. Now they attack. I will play a Moment's Peace. They play a Rotted Reunion. Okay. I mean, that matters. It definitely matters here. They have 1 card. I'm going to play the Mountain for turn. And then Infectious Inquiry. This knocks me down to 11. I'm aware of the risk here, but I need to start poisoning them, and it digs for Weather or another Snap. Or the other Moment's Peace. There's only 2 in the deck, so I can't really rely on drawing the other a 1 out of 46 at this point. And I hit Weather the Storm, very good. We'll play Pented Prism, and now we'll Proliferate. Our opponent goes to 2 poison. I'll play Contentious Plan, they go to 3 poison. Steady Progress, we'll play that. This is free because it just replaces itself mana-wise, so now they're at 4 poison. I wonder if we could win this turn. I think I'll play the Vivisurgeon's Insight. So now they'll go to 5 poison. They do go to 5 poison. We hit double Contentious Plan. I think that this is a real possibility. Alright, so we'll play the first Contentious Plan. This will bring them up to 6 poison. Okay. Oh my. Are we going to do it from 0 to 10 poison in 1 turn? This is Poison Storm, baby. Let's go. 7 poison. Alright, it's all up to you, Experimental Augury. I believe in you. Even if no one else does. Experimental Augury. Storm is 9. They have 7 poison, about to be 8. Ah! We hit the Lorien Revealed, which I think you're supposed to take over Thirsting Roots because we're all out of cards. And then Proliferate. They go up to 8 poison. Alright, how much mana do I have? 10. So I could still play the Lorien Revealed. Maybe there's a chance I still win here. Probably a little slim, but we'll cast Lorien Revealed, Storm 10. Steady Progress. So I'd have to lose a Pented Prism to play it. I think I'm going to just play it safe here. I'll snap the Carrion Feeder, and they're likely going to sacrifice it, which is fine. And they do. So my snap will now fizzle, and I do not get to untap my lands. But what I do get to do is gain 33 life. Boom. Hopefully that buys me some time. That was a sweet turn. We were pretty close to winning all in 1 turn. Maybe a few less lands as the draws, but that was awesome. And it looks like they're going to flashback the Rotted Reunion. So this is 13 damage currently. They have 2 cards in their hand. They play Ghoulcaller's Chant again to return creatures to their hand. It was the Carrion Feeder and the Nested Shambler. And now they swing. 13. And now they play Corrupted Conviction. They can sacrifice the zombie token to the Carrion Feeder for extra triggers. I'm at 34. Lorien Revealed. You'll love to see it. But we'll start with a Steady Progress, I think. I actually don't have that much mana here. We'll play the Steady Progress. So they go to 9 poison. And we drew the Experimental Augury. They're dead. Love it. Storm 2. We got there. Alright, we're 1-0 to start off this Pauper League. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Round number 2 on the play. Let's go. Hickory Woodlot. We have Lorien Revealed the Cycle. We have a Poison Spell. We have an initial Proliferate. I think we keep this. It's a little awkward, but I think it's okay enough. If our opponent's on a blue deck, this hand might end up being not great. Alright, we'll play the Hickory Woodlot and pass. They play a bridge, so it's Affinity. Ooh, what a draw. I love that. We'll play these Suppress and Skerry and pass the turn. Park Clan Shaman, that's fine with me. And a bridge, sure. So I could cycle the Lorien Revealed, but then I have to... Ooh, that was a good draw. I keep on saying that. So we'll play the Prologue here. And the other Surprise and Skerry. We'll pass. And the next turn I can steady progress and level my lands up again. Runner on my draw steps there was very good. They play another bridge. They attack for 1. I go to 19. They play a Refurbished Familiar. I'll discard Lorien Revealed. And another Park Clan Shaman. We draw a basic island. That gives me enough here to Vivisurgeon's Insight without having to lose a land. So we'll do that. Play the Vivisurgeon's Insight. Proliferate. Sweet. And then I can actually Contentious Plan here too, so they go up to 3 poison. Pass the turn. Now they attack for 4. I'll go to 15. They have 5 cards in their hand. They play another bridge. And a Cryogen Relic. Mirror Enforcer. Okay, Mirror Enforcer, you got it. I'm at 15, so I am not out of this yet. Like, right now they have 12 damage on the board. I'm actually dead to a Galvanic Blast next turn. They have 2 cards in their hand. We have 7 mana on board. I could play Swamp as number 8. If I Vivisurgeon's Insight, I have to draw pretty much exactly Weather the Storm. I guess Snap is a good draw too. We'll play Vivisurgeon's Insight. And I did hit the Weather. Proliferating. Play the Swamp. Pented Prism. And then we'll Weather the Storm and gain 9. It's not a ton of life, but it's enough to keep me out of Galvanic Blast range. And now they attack for 12. I'm at 12 again. They play Ichor Wellspring. And a Thoughtcast. I draw another Weather the Storm. That's certainly good. I'll play a Peat Bog. Let's steady progress. They go to 5 poison. And then we'll Proliferate on our permanents. Alright. That happens. I draw the Mountain. I'd like to steady progress again. Storm is 2. They go to 6 poison. I draw another land. So I could Weather the Storm here and gain 9. So 9 will put me to 21. I mean, it's a crazier thought, but I could also Infectious Inquiry, and then gives me more draws. I would end up losing the Pented Prism as a mana source, but I'd be deeper into my deck and they'd have 7 poison. I think that's not as crazy as it seems. And then if I draw like a Manamorphose or a Thirsting Roots, it's even better. I think I'm down for this. Another Pented Prism. So if I play Weather right now, I would go to 22. And even if they had double Galvanic Blast, I wouldn't be dead. I think that's the move. Alright, I thought about burning the second Pented Prism, but I can play it next turn. It actually starts making mana, so I don't think I want to do that. I don't think the 3 extra life is worth it. They play Reckoner's Bargain, and now they swing. I'll take 12. They play Thoughtcast, Vault of Whispers, and a Makeshift Munitions. Okay. Ooh, another Pented Prism. We'll play 1. And then the other. Okay. And then let's Vivisurgeon's Insight. They go to 8 poison. Hickory Woodlot for green. We'll make blue. Contentious Plan. They go to 9 poison. And then the Infectious Inquiry kills them. Sweet. Alright, that was an exciting game number 1. Going into the post board, I like Dispel. I'm not as big of a fan of Snap in this matchup. Like, yeah, it's nice to bounce Mirror Enforcers. But like Park Clan Shaman doesn't really work. You don't want to bounce Refurbished Familiar. Meanwhile, Dispel can hit, Galvanic Blast or Pyroblast out of them, so I think it's better. Hit submit. Game number 2 on the draw. This hand is very good. We will keep. They play a Seat of the Synod. We'll play a Peat Bog. So the idea behind playing Peat Bog on turn 1 over the Surprise and Skerry is that on turn 2 I could cycle the Lorien Revealed and play Pented Prism, which is something I'm interested in. But they're just holding open mana, so I'm not going to do that. I'll just pass the turn. If they're going to just, hold open counter magic or whatever, I don't need to do anything. Okay. If that's the game you want to play, we will cycle Lorien Revealed, grab the basic, and Contentious Plan. See if this resolves. It does. Thirsting Roots. We'll pass. They're just doing nothing. Alright. I'll try the Pented Prism. Does it resolve? Alright, it looks like they're F6. So maybe they just drew terribly. Let's try... You know what? Let's Infectious Inquiry. Why not? Yeah, they just don't have anything, I guess. Pass the turn. They play Ichor Wellspring. And our opponent just conceded. Wow. Alright, so I guess we win. We're now 2-0 in this Pauper League. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $15.99. This token combo pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens featuring classic Storm and Mana tokens with new inclusions such as our modern Ruby Storm package, but that's not all. Our token pack covers a variety of formats from Pauper to CDH with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Round number 3, we're on the draw, and we've opened up a hand where we technically have mana to cast Infectious Inquiry. I just don't think this hand is very good. I'm going to mulligan. Like, it's a hand that plays Magic, it's just, I don't think it's a hand that plays Magic well. We'll bottom 1 copy Manamorphose. This is better. Ooh, we're facing Gardens. This is one of the decks that I talked about in the deck tech, where I was like, this is a deck where we prey on them. Okay. They play Alembas, Hickory Woodlot, and we'll pass. They play Ichor Wellspring, Twisted Landscape. We'll play the Hickory Woodlot, and now we'll play Pented Prism, and then Manamorphose, Blue, play Contentious Plan, level up, and I think I'd like to pass the turn. Our opponent just conceded the game. Okay, I guess so. Sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to argue if you would like to just give me free wins. I don't think I even sideboard. I think we just send it right back. They're on the play. Our hand doesn't make blue mana, but we do have a bunch of lands. So in this matchup, they're going to discard you a lot, and then they look to blow up Pented Prism. Because it's one of the few ways that they can interact with you. I think we keep this. Like, I know it's not an amazing hand, don't get me wrong, but I just like the stability of having lands in this matchup. Because they're going to attack Pented Prism, they're going to discard you a lot. So just having mana in play is pretty valuable. They play Twisted Landscape. We'll play Hickory Woodlot, pass the turn. And now they play Duress. So they'll probably take the Thirsting Roots, and I think I'm okay with that. I could have played the Forest on turn 1 to go get the basic island, but I just don't think that's a good play. Like, there's blue mana in our deck. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's greedy on my part. I just want to get the valuable lands in play, I guess. They cycle a Troll of Khazad-dûm for a Geothermal Bog. We draw the Pented Prism. I'm not even going to waste my mana on it yet. Like, I just don't see a point in playing it out early. They play Ichor Wellspring, another Colony Garden. I wonder if the Geothermal Bog is for, like, Pyroblast. Infectious Inquiry. Okay. We'll play the Forest, tap the Sandstone Needle, play the Pented Prism, tap the Hickory Woodlot. We'll use the Pented Prism for a black. We'll play Infectious Inquiry. Tap the Surprise and Skerry. We'll Manamorphose. Green. We'll Thirsting Roots to Proliferate. And then Weather the Storm to gain 15. Pass the turn. They Fanatical Offering. It's interesting. Our opponent hasn't really tapped the Geothermal Bog. I do think they have Pyroblast. So I might just sit and wait until I can play around it a little bit better. We'll take a draw. Play Peat Bog and pass. I do not need to play my spell into Pyroblast. Like, they have no clock. I'm not under any pressure. If I do somehow manage to lose this game, I could think about bringing in, like, a Dispel for the Pyroblast. Alright, so they Troublemaker Oof. This will exile the Pented Prism. I mean, this card lasted longer than I expected, so I'm not upset. Another Lorien Revealed. We'll just play Hickory Woodlot, pass the turn. They play Lembas and Duress. So Duress is a downside, I will admit. And now they attack. I'll go to 31. They don't know about the Hickory Woodlot, so I'm not going to play it. I'll just play a Swamp. Twisted Landscape. Another Nile Spellbomb. They swing him at 29. We draw a Snap. I'll play the Mountain, pass the turn. Fanatical Offering. And now they use the Twisted Landscape. They grab another Mountain. Okay. 4 mana here. My draws have not been very good. We've drawn 8 total spells, and I have 9 lands. Nyxborn Hydra, okay. They're holding open double Pyroblast, interesting. I'm at 27. Vivisurgeon's Insight. I'll play the Hickory Woodlot and we'll pass. They play another land. They're going to explore on the Collector Oof. Or, I'm sorry, the Troublemaker Oof, and they reveal a Duress. Okay. Viscerator's Insight. And now they can play the Duress. Unfortunate. They took the Vivisurgeon's Insight. They're going to explore again on the Troublemaker Oof. Now it's a 4/4. I think, do I really want to give up my only blue source? That's another thing that's been weird this game. Yeah, I'll take 7. All right, we'll just, I have to play into it at this point, so they can Pyroblast me here. Yep, we'll play the Surprise and Skerry, pass the turn. They cast a Troll of Khazad-dûm. They have 4 cards in hand. They swing for 7. Attempt to bounce the Troll. Untap, untap. Experimental Augury. They have another Pyroblast. Okay. Unfortunate. They play another Troll. And another attack for 7. I'm at 6. That's not going to do it. Alright, so we'll go to game 3. And I'm going to board out the snaps this time and bring in Dispels for those Pyroblasts. I mean, it took me forever to hit my 3rd blue mana that game. I don't know if it ultimately would have mattered, but we'll try this out. On the play. Good hand. Keep. Our opponent mulligan to 5. We'll play Hickory Woodlot, pass the turn. Basic Swamp. And Duress. They take the Pented Prism. We drew Surprise and Skerry. What a draw. Pass. Twisted Landscape. Into Ichor Wellspring. I think I'm going to just play the Lorien Revealed. Beautiful. Pass the turn. 2 mana for a Fanatical Offering. They're up to 7 cards in hand. They play a Geothermal Bog. We'll play Hickory Woodlot. Pass. I don't want to lose my depletion lands, and next turn I can Thirsting Roots or Contentious Plan to level up my lands without losing them. They play another Ichor Wellspring. Basic Mountain. We'll play Sandstone Needle. Tap for green. Play the Pented Prism, and then Thirsting Roots to Proliferate. So this levels up all of the lands. Now I don't have to worry about losing them. Manamorphose, black, green. Tap the Surprise and Skerry. Will Infectious Inquiry. I think I'll leave a blue floating. And then I'll use the Pented Prism to Contentious Plan. They go to 2 poison, and we'll pass. If they want to play a Troublemaker Oof on the Pented Prism, I can just Steady Progress in response. They play Eviscerator's Insight, that's fine. They play a Colony Garden. They use the, whatever it's called, the map to explore. It's a map token. Now, Spellbomb, sure. They have 7 cards in their hand. I would like to try a Vivisurgeon's Insight here. I suspect that they have at least 1 Pyroblast. My question is if they have 2. They have 1. We'll play the Dispel. Vivisurgeon's Insight, it resolves. They go up to 3 poison. I'll use the Sandstone Needle to play another Pented Prism. We'll make a green and play... Actually, yeah, we'll make a green. We'll play Manamorphose. Green, blue. Let's play the Thirsting Roots to Proliferate. They go to 4 poison. I'll play my land for the turn, the Mountain. And I'd like to Vivisurgeon's Insight again. So they're at 5 poison, assuming that this resolves. Okay. We'll now play a Experimental Augury. We'll go to 5 poison. We'll take Contentious Plan. Play Contentious Plan. They go to 5. I feel like I might have missed a Proliferate, but I could be wrong. Manamorphose. We'll play that. Storm is 10. We'll do blue-green. Steady Progress. They'll go up to 6 poison. Okay. And we'll end the turn with a Weather the Storm for a bunch of life. Alright. 36 life. Not bad. Our opponent plays Alembas. Our opponent plays Duress. They discard Lorien Revealed, Eviscerator's Insight, and another Nile Spellbomb. We'll play another Pented Prism. Use the Pented Prism for a black mana. We'll Infectious Inquiry. They go to 7 poison. We'll play a land. Infectious Inquiry again. They'll go to 8 poison. Contentious Plan. They'll go to 9 poison. And Prologue to Phyresis to end it. And now we're 3-0. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. We're back for the 4th match on the draw. This hand seems fine to me. I'd like another land, but it's pretty good. Ancient Den into Thraben Inspector. Okay. Ooh, baby, that was good. Hickory Woodlot will pass. So on turn 2, I can play Manamorphose off of the Hickory Woodlot into Pented Prism and play the Surprise and Skerry. We're in a good spot here. Vault of Whispers. Fanatical Offering, they attack for 1. We'll play the Suppress and Skerry. We'll do the Manamorphose line that I already said I would do. Blue, green. Whoa! That happened very quickly. Almost scared myself there. Alright, we'll play the Pented Prism and pass. They play another Eviscerator's Insight. I'm sorry, the first one was a Fanatical Offering. The second one was an Eviscerator's Insight. They play Basic Swamp. Now they attack, sure, into a Grim Bauble. We draw another Manamorphose. Let's play the Suppress and Skerry. I will Thirsting Roots to Proliferate. I just want to make sure I don't lose this Hickory Woodlot. And then we will snap the Thraben Inspector. Untap. Experimental Augury. We'll take Infectious Inquiry. Proliferate. Play Manamorphose. Black. Infectious Inquiry. We'll Contentious Plan. They'll go to 2 poison. And then I suppose I'll Weather the Storm and gain 21. Although this isn't really a matchup where the life gain matters all that much. They play Thraben Inspector again. Orzhov Basilica. Okay. And they just pass. No discard spells. I'm a little fortunate in that aspect. Thirsting Roots. We'll play Lorien Revealed. Another Thirsting Roots and Manamorphose. Play the Sandstone Needle. And we'll just Thirsting Roots here to Proliferate. They go to 3 poison. This deck is pretty similar to the Gardens deck, where I think it's going to be very difficult for us to lose. I will pass the turn. Except they draw off the clue. They swing for 1. I go to 36. Oh, they have a Nijitsu creature. Okay, well this is a card that could beat me. We'll discard 2 lands. I could snap it, but I don't want to lose the Pented Prism. Thraben Inspector is back. Manamorphose. Let's play the Manamorphose. Blue, red, I guess? I don't know. Weather the Storm, not a great draw. We'll Proliferate. They go to 4 poison. We just need draw spells. Play my land for the turn. Snap the Okiba Gang. Untap. And then Weather the Storm to gain 12. All I want are draw spells. We've seen a third of our deck. I have not seen a Vivisurgeon's Insight yet. We've seen 1 Lorien Revealed. There's a lot of hits here. They play a Pactile Terror. I'm at 44. And another Grim Bauble. Okay. Experimental Augury, that's a start. We'll play it. Ooh, and that was a big fat miss. I guess we'll take Pented Prism. Unfortunate. So they go to 5 poison. And we'll play the other Pented Prism. Pass the turn. They attack. That's 4 damage, unless they decide to Nijitsu again. And they do. So this is 6, so I'll be at 36. Thraben Inspector, I lose life off the Pactile Terror. And they play a Tithing Blade. I'm down to 33. Infectious Inquiry, that's a good one. We'll make a black mana. I'll use the Sandstone Needle. We don't actually need red mana. This puts me to 31. I'll use the Mountain. And the Hickory Woodlot will play Pented Prism. Use it for a blue, Experimental Augury. Vivisurgeon's Insight. They go to 7 poison. And then we'll play the Vivisurgeon's Insight. They go to 8 poison. Into 3 lands. Oh my. Oh, I thought we were in the clear. That's insane. Play the land. Pass. My luck does not feel very good right now. So this is an attack for 7. I'll be at 24. We discard the 2 lands. Okay. They play a Glint Hawk. They return the Grim Bauble. Sure. I'm at 22. They draw off the Clue token. And that Clue token. Another Tithing Blade. I go to 21. Prologue to Phyresis. Well, that's 1 poison, so this will put them up to 9 poison. There we go. We barely got through this game in what should be a very easy matchup, just because I drew so poorly. Well, we got it. And I thought Weather the Storm wasn't going to matter. And then we drew 2 lands. Wow. Okay. Kind of wild. Do I want to even sideboard here? I'm not sure that I do. I wonder if Breath Weapon is better than Snap. Kills the Okiba Gang. And if they open up on multiple Thraben Inspectors. Like, Snap makes mana, but I don't know if I want to be bouncing their creatures. I think we'll try this. Game number 2 on the draw we will keep. So this hand is strong, but it's not without risk. What I'm afraid of with a hand like this is that a Dust to Dust on double Pented Prism just sends me into the dirt. But we'll see how it plays out. Lorien Revealed was an interesting draw. Because I could save it, and then it's a draw 3 later, which is great. Or I could cycle it into an island and then turn to Pented Prism that way. or I can turn to Prism off of the Manamorphose. I'll play the Hickory Woodlot, and I think I'm going to do Manamorphose into Prism. Blue, green. Play the Prism, and pass. They swing, ouch. 2 mana here. They play Eviscerator's Insight, sacrificing the Lembas. Basic Plains into a Thraben Inspector. Alright, so I could Vivisurgeon's Insight, but I'm not sure if that's the move. I'd lose my Prism and the Hickory Woodlot. I think I'm going to Infectious Inquiry. Play the Sandstone Needle. Pass the turn. A little bit nervous about an Okiba Gang, because I think that card would beat me soon. But it looks like they don't have it yet. I'm at 14. They play land number 4. Tactile Terror, okay. I'm at 13. Steady Progress. Play the Hickory Woodlot. We'll tap the Sandstone Needle. We have to get rid of a Hickory Woodlot here. I'll play the Penchant Prism. And then we'll make a blue. Play the Steady Progress. They go to 2 poison. Another Penchant Prism. We'll play it. And then Weather the Storm to gain 12. Pass the turn. They attack for 5. I'll go to 20. Dust to Dust. That was what I was afraid of. It happened. Brutal. Okay. I mean, that was very tough. So we'll cycle Lorien Revealed. Go grab an island. We're going to burn the Penchant Prism here. And we don't have to lose the Hickory Woodlot because this proliferates. And we'll pass. They swing for 5. This puts me down to 13. For Skyfisher. I'm not out of this yet. Like, my life total is getting kind of low. I'm at 11. Now I'm at 9. And they have 7 on board. I could be dead next turn. And I can't even cast anything here. Well, I guess I can play the Infectious Inquiry now, but it does put me dead on board. I mean, I'm probably supposed to. We'll play the Swamp. Infectious Inquiry. I'm not loving this. Experimental Augury. It has to hit Weather the Storm. And it does. They go to 5 poison. Weather the Storm to gain 9. Okay, I'm barely hanging on here. Next turn I can Vivisurgeon's Insight, but that doesn't win the game. So I'd probably have to hit the 3rd Weather. They swing for 7. I'm back at 9. Relic of Virginitas, I don't care. They pop the Relic. Another land. Alright, so we'll play the island. Vivisurgeon's Insight. They go to 6. So I could Breath Weapon, and that might buy me a little bit of time. They have 3 cards in hand. I could just be dead. We'll go to cleanup. They use a blood token. Discard the Peat Bog. Alright, Breath Weapon. I do wonder if Snap would have been better here. I mean, I wouldn't have had the mana to cast it, I guess. The Fanatical Offering. So, 2 more artifacts kills me here. I'll be at 2. Refurbished Familiar. I'm at 1. I'm confused. Oh, they played Ancient Den. That's what I missed. Okay. Breath Weapon did not seem very good to me. I think I'd rather have the Snaps. Let's try this. Game 3 on the play. We have Peat Bog, cycle for an island into Contentious Plan. I think we keep. It's not an amazing hand, but I think it's okay enough. Play the Peat Bog and pass. They play a Swamp. Draw a basic Forest. I'll cycle the Lorien Revealed. Grab the island. And Contentious Plan. Proliferate. We draw Sandstone Needle. Okay, that was not a bad turn for us. They play Orzhov Basilica. I'm going to just Prologue to Phyresis here. Let's get the poison going. Pass the turn. Vault of Whispers. Refurbish Familiar. Discard Sandstone Needle. Maybe it should have been the Snap. Who knows? Play the Hickory Woodlot. And Penchant Prism. Pass the turn. They play a land. 3 mana. For a Lembas floating a white. Another Refurbish Familiar. Okay. Discard the Snap. Into a Glint Hawk. Wow. So this would have been a game where the Breath Weapon would have been better. Good start for the opponent on a mulligan to 5. End step, we will Steady Progress. They go to 2 poison. We Proliferate. Lorien Revealed. We'll play Vivisurgeon's Insight. They go to 3 poison. We Proliferate. Play the Sandstone Needle. And then Infectious Inquiry. Okay, pass. They swing. No blocks. I'm at 12. Refurbish Familiar. I'll discard a Lorien Revealed. For Skyfisher. Okay. Wow. They're going to have 8 damage coming in next turn. I'm actually not... I'm not in a great spot. I think it's the Infectious Inquiry. I need a Weather the Storm. We'll begin with the Penchant Prism. That was actually a very good draw. And then we'll Contentious Plan. They go to 5 poison. Another contentious plan. I love that. We'll play the contentious plan. They go to 6 poison. Manamorphose. Blue, blue. Experimental Augury. This will put them to 7 poison. So here's the question. Do you take the steady progress hoping to kill them, or do you take the weather? And I'm going to be a coward. I'm going to take Weather the Storm. I don't want to risk it when I could just play slightly more safe and not die. So they're at 7 poison. We'll play Vivisurgeon's Insight. They go to 8 poison. We'll play our land for the turn. Snap the core Skyfisher. Untap Island and Peat Bog. Infectious Inquiry. And Steady Progress. So it looks like we get to Weather and Steady Progress. Okay, so we ended up winning anyway. And that's the match. We're 4-0. My previous video was a 5-0, and the video before that was a 4-1. Poison Storm is very real, and I think it's very good in the Pauper metagame right now. Can we go back-to-back? Stick around and find out. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? For the trophy, match number 5, we're on the play. I think this is a keep. It's a little sketchy. So we have turn 1 Swamp Cycle, and then turn 2 Pented Prism. And then from there, we have Infectious Inquiry, we have Proliferate spells. I think I like it. Basic Island. Some mill creature, I think. Or no, it's Scries? Sure. I'm not sure what they're playing. We'll play the Island. I just want to get the Pented Prism in play. Pass the turn. They cycle a Lonely Sandbar. Simic Growth Chamber. Are you like a Turbo Fog deck? Is that what this is? I think it might be like Turbo Fog. We'll play Infectious Inquiry. Play Hickory Woodlot, pass. They scry 1. They put a card on the bottom in their upkeep. Okay. They cycle a Generous End. I do think that this is Turbo Fog right now. They grab a basic forest. They play a Persistent Partitioners. So you can untap 4 Visors, mill 12 cards. So it's mill? Okay. Well, mill probably can beat me. We'll play the Surprise and Skerry. And let's Manamorphose. Blue, blue. Will Contentious Plan. They go to 2 poison. And then I would like to Steady Progress. They go to 3 poison. Pass the turn. That's another Advisor. So, and one more and they can mill 12 of my cards. This is not a freebie. I'm actually pretty worried about being milled out right now. That's 12 cards they can mill. We're in trouble. Pented Prism. Play the Mountain. We'll play Pented Prism. Thirsting Roots to Proliferate. Thirsting Roots again to Proliferate. They're at 5 poison. Play the Vivisurgeon's Insight. This will put them up to 6. We did not hit another Proliferate spell. I will Infectious Inquiry. So this puts them up to 6 poison. Snap was a good draw. We'll bounce the Persistent Partitioners. This is what allows them to mill 12, so they have to do that now. I mill 12. Untap Surprise and Skerry and Hickory Woodlot. We'll Experimental Augury into 3 lands. That was terrible. They go to 7 poison. Play Lorien Revealed. I hit another Snap, but even if I play Snap, they could play both creatures next turn and mill 12. So I think I'm supposed to just pass here. I only have 22 cards left. They tap this in their upkeep. Wow. Okay. Let's see how they play out the rest of the turn. I might snap one of these depending on what they do. There's the Partitioners, okay. So I could snap right now and it saves me milling 12, but my concern is I only have 3 blue mana next turn, and I'd lose both my Pented Prisms. I think I have to. Alright, we're going to snap the other Petitioners. If I signed up for this league, I would not have guessed that I'd be playing for the trophy versus mill. This is wild. Ah, they had it the whole time. I was baited. Wow. We're in trouble. That was really backbreaking. I think they got me. Vivisurgeon's Insight. Pretty sure I'm dead. Yeah. I lose game number 1. Unfortunate. Ah, so close. Alright, we'll take the Weather the Storms out and the Snaps. Dispel and Pyroblast. Maybe we want the Breath Weapons? A bunch of those creatures were small. I'll try 2 Dispel, and I'll board out 1 Manamorphose. Let's try this. This seems fine. We'll keep Sandstone Needle, pass the turn. They play an Island. Okay. We will cycle for an island, grab it, and then play it, and then we'll experimental augury, take pyroblast, and then proliferate. Pass the turn. Basic forest. Now they're going to scry one in their main phase. They could have done this in their upkeep, but I don't know if it makes a whole lot of difference, I guess. They play a Pond Prophet. This is an advisor that draws a card when it enters. We'll play Hickory Woodlot and then pass the turn. They play another land, the Changeling, and the Partitioners. So I will Pyroblast this, and then cycle Lorien Revealed. Go grab the island. They swing for 1. Ouch. Draw a forest. So my fear is if I play the Vivisurgeon's Insight right now, I end up losing the Sandstone Needle. So I think I'm going to just play it a little bit more safe and just play the Hickory Woodlot and pass. They scry with their creature. They have another Petitioners. That's devastating here. I need to find my other Pyroblast. Breath Weapon. Vivisurgeon's Insight. They mill me for 12. No Pyroblast in there. Wow. I'm going to respond to this. Oh, Breath Weapon. I lose my land. But I don't think I can allow them to mill me for 12 again. Oh, it only killed one creature. Because this thing is a dragon. I didn't even realize. That might not have been... I don't know. And of course, I drew double Pyroblast and don't have a red mana now. Ah, brutal. I think we lost the 5-0 to mill. How crazy is that? I'm in a lot of trouble here. They milled the basic mountain. Yikes. I don't know if I can win this. I haven't infected them yet. I don't even know if I can proliferate 10 times after they mill me for 12 more. So my best draw by far is like a Pendant Prism here. Thirsting Roots. Once again, I don't have the basic mountain in the deck. They milled it. So I think I'm supposed to steady progress. Proliferate. Contentious Plan. Proliferate. They got me. Oh, wow. The mill deck knocks out Poison Storm for the trophy. You know, it's hard to be upset because mill is so wild. Just like such an odd deck where you're kind of rooting for it even though you don't want to lose. So yeah, I lost. It happens. I still love this deck right now. I think game 1 was pretty close. Game 2, I think I made a bad decision with the Breath Weapon. Ultimately, that cost me. I didn't realize that the Changeling was going to live. Yes, it's a dragon. I'm aware of how Changeling plus the words on Breath Weapon work. But in the moment, I forgot. So 4-1, not a bad record. This deck is very good. I would definitely consider playing it moving forward. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Or if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, suggestions, whatever, put those down below. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, keep storming. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. After you do that, open up our description where you can find all of our social media networks, including our Discord, where you can discuss today's deck in that Discord with me and tons of other combo masterminds. It's absolutely free to join, and it's certainly worth your while.